to buy a camera to start content creation. I mean, it certainly doesn't increase your camera confidence. So I was trying to start this podcast. I had this really great idea that I would first invite all my friends who are doing startups. So for that, I started creating those podcasts. I really just used my phone. I tried it with a few of my friends. I got to know real soon that it was very hard to talk on camera, and more so if you are on a live meeting and you know that the video will be put out on YouTube. You would then want to format it and make it very polished, and you can't. So yeah, that was my first use case and how I got into even wanting a camera. The second instance is 2021, when I started traveling a little, and from the moment I got out of my house, I wanted to record it. I thought of buying a camera and I bought an action camera. It was the Osmo Action 1 because I saw that everyone is buying an action camera for traveling. I just thought that I would need a lot back then, although I did not know anything about vlogging back then, even travel videos. Mistakenly enough, I also bought some extra accessories for action cameras because I just saw a lot of content before that. Don't do that. I think you are already doing that. The thing is that I've also bought a gimbal for an action camera because I saw all the videos possible for what is bad and good with action cameras, and I saw that DJI Action 1 doesn't do HDR and stabilization well. So I thought that I would need HDR a lot because there would be shadows and sun at the same time a lot in mountains. I went there, I recorded stuff, and I recorded too much. I came back, it was I think 400 GB on my action camera, and most of the content was not good at all. Somewhere the highlights were blown out, not aligned, it's not stable, I don't know what I'm recording, all that. And there are hundreds of those videos, which I come back after travel super tired and figure it out after 2 weeks. When I finally get the time to review it, I then learn some video editing using Premiere Pro because I really just wanted to dive into a software which can do it all. 1 week I really didn't even get through 10% of the footage. Buying that first camera, I realized that I need to learn it, and I don't only need to learn the action camera, I also needed to learn how to film, how to be intentional with what you record. That word intentional was not in my vocabulary back then. Still went out and I recorded a lot of stuff. This was primarily because I had not put out any video yet. Reflecting back on that time, I was really enjoying it though. I was really enjoying recording them and then coming back and being able to watch them. Although by the second or third time that I'm talking about, number of minutes reduced of how much I'm recording, but still it was too much and the footage was not that good. It was not that crappy as well as the first time, but it was not that good. So buying my first camera, what changed and what really didn't? I think what changed, I really got to know how to manually control a camera. I got to know what is a B-roll. I got to learn editing on my own footage, and that's a really big deal, that you shoot something and you edit it, then you know that what you should shoot because you are going to edit it and no one else. And I learned that nothing would change even if you record 4K videos and fully stabilized videos, because there needs to be a story, and that came much later in my journey. Anyways, the problem that I discovered back then was not any of this, and I came back and I started thinking not having compact phone is affecting my videography because I am shooting more with my phone. Because pulling out a camera was not natural for me yet, and if I take a camera I would have to carry a stick with it. I would have to point the thing at someone and they would freak out. I would point it at me and people would start asking, what's the channel, are you a vlogger? And I would freak out as well. That was my problem with the camera. There was no confidence yet, even with the small thing. So basically I just got an iPhone 13 mini and it was the most wonderful thing that I bought. I really think that that was the thing that I should have bought and nothing else. It should have served me fully well till now, and I would not even have to buy anything. I think I might have not learned a few more things that I've learned by now, like using a gimbal, using an action camera, and using manual controls, you know what I mean. And the story does not even stop at just this. action camera. I bought the Action 1 as well as I also got into the trap of buying more gear, thinking that it would make me even better. Probably I don't have the right gear. So I bought the Pocket 2, and the Osmo Pocket 2 was wonderful. And for the longest time, I think Osmo Action 1 and Pocket 2, these were the best cameras that I had, and I traveled a lot with it. The more I traveled and recorded stuff with it, the more I got better. It's like the ultimate perfect combo for the kind of videos I wanted to create. The thing is that you learn the process of recording with a camera, recording with another camera, and merging them both, and telling a story, editing it, the voice, the music, the tone, the feeling, the cinematics. But it was not at all because of the cameras. I would have learned the process anyways with any camera. So the next thing that I want to talk about is gear anxiety, and why do we wait for the right camera. I think a lot of it is about us looking at really high quality videos from the people we subscribe to and thinking that we need that gear to create that kind of videos. And it's really evident by the comments on any creator's videos. Which camera did you use, or which camera are you using?
And now you can stop asking me what camera I use.
Now I think it's really disrespectful if you just ask that from a creator if you like someone's video.
Like, I think when someone says, I love that video you made, it's a beautiful compliment, it makes you feel warm on the inside. When they say, what did you shoot it on? It is the greatest insult you could ever say to someone. It's insulting.
That's how I used to feel as well, because we feel that we are unprepared to create good videos if we don't have a real camera. Another thing is that buying better gear becomes a really good reason for procrastination, I think, because I think it just gives us a really logical excuse to delay creating your first, second, your third video. You just think that, okay, I need to save up money to get that gear. After I get that gear and that gear and that gear, I'll be ready, so I have time. And until you save up that money and get that gear, you watch more videos and more videos and more videos. It's a gear hell. So basically the illusion is that the more gear we have, the better our videos will be. Although the reality is, the more gear you have, the more delay there will be to create your next video, because you'll find that gear, you'll wait to buy that gear, you buy that gear and figure out that you're bad at using that gear. You make your process even complex and delay your video creation process a lot. And a lot of us don't even start because they're stuck in this loop. And a lot of us will say, I will start once I get that camera. But when will that be? I think this all comes down to comparison culture and FOMO that we get by seeing other creators. I think we should refrain from consuming more content than we create if our real intent is creating, because we would see the FX3s and people using Sony A7S3 and thinking that their videos are that good because of their camera. It's not true for most of the creators you follow. You did not see their journey. You are just seeing the result in the end when they are popular. That's why they have that many subscribers, because a lot of people like their storytelling or some element in their video that they are following them for it. So just remember, they're not good because of their gear. It's because of the story that they're able to tell. Here is what I actually think matters in the beginning though. I think consistency is more important than quality. I think we have to get better at being okay with posting imperfect videos or bad videos like this. And if you're someone who really cares about the quality of the video and the production, you should learn the basics first, like lighting, sound, framing, composition, the basic camera controls. And even more important thing, only below consistency, is that finding your voice and your style. That is the most important thing, only second to consistency. I'll add another thing that is very important in the beginning as well, is getting to know who you are. Some people are really good at speaking in front of cameras, so they will naturally be more interested in talking. I am not. I am a guy who is more interested in the video quality and the editing, and it should be really, really good. But at the same time, I don't like superfluous editing, and I don't like very artificial video production. I like simple editing. I have started to developed more interest in still videography instead of having a lot of motion in it. It's just that you have to know who you are. Do you like talking a lot? Do you like having good production? Do you like to show really cinematic shots and do voiceovers? You have to know what kind of person you are so that you would lean more into it. Another thing that people would search a lot, I think, about is phones and cameras. Do you really need a camera if you have a good phone? I don't think so, if you don't think so. If you are asking if we are able to
see what's changed and show you why I still use an iPhone to record every single video on this channel.
Yeah, phones are good enough these days. If you have a basic enough phone with a good enough camera, I think it's good enough for creating stories, because anyways the story is most important thing in your video, and these days cameras are really powerful. You can do whatever you want with it. A little bit of good lighting and proper editing, I think it's good enough. So I've been in conditions in which I have a really good camera with me, but I can't take it out or I don't have it accessible. But I always have my phone and I can just bring it up and shoot wherever and whatever I want with it. So it's really a good pro of a phone. A natural segue to the last point that we were talking about phones is that creativity always matters more than gear. So you can shoot a really impressive video with a phone if you know how to use it, and I can tell you right now that I might have 10x better gear from someone with a phone who knows how to shoot better with it, and they can create 10x better videos than me. That is the truth. You can create sensational short films and no one will really think about it twice that it's shot on a phone. And that's because good lighting, good audio and some smart cuts here and there makes all the difference, and you would not be able to notice what camera someone is using if those three things are there. So in a nutshell, always try to think what you want to create more than what limits you. So when should you buy an actual real camera? The first thing I would say is if you're using a camera and creating videos and you're consistently feeling limited by the hardware itself, then go get that camera that will unlock that thing that you are wanting to do. It might be that you found your style, that you want to create travel videos, but the camera you have is just not the right video. Maybe it's bulky or something else. Then you want to get the gear for your style of videos, which would be better. So yeah, go ahead and get that camera. Another reason might be you've learned the fundamentals, you have created some videos and you think that you should now up the scale for your video or your audio. You can in many instances elevate your visuals with just upgrading your lighting, and you can do that many times with editing. So do consider it before buying a camera, that what can you really do with it and what is your current situation in your content creation journey. You should just know that you're buying a new camera, it's not going to just work, you have to make it. So in the end, I just want to show you what gear I have and probably also mention why I bought that and if that is a good reason or not. So to start with, I have the Sony ZV-1, which was touted as the best vlogging camera to begin with in mirrorless segment. I have the Action 5 Pro, which is one of the best action cameras right now. I also have the Insta360 GO 3 right now. I also had a couple of more cameras which I sold and got rid of because I was not using them much. Then I have the Pocket 3, which I'm recording this video with and is my ultimate favorite camera till date. So when I travel now, I use the Pocket 3. I take it out for any creative b-roll shot that I know that I want good quality of and stabilized video of. I use the Action 5 Pro, where I think I just wanted to be really quick and I can make do with the wide field of view. I use Action 5 Pro a lot when hiking because it's the easiest camera to handle when hiking. I use it a lot when doing any adventure sport. I also use it when I'm biking and I put it on my helmet, so it's really easy in that way. I also have the Insta360 GO 3, which I don't know why do I have it. I also had the Insta360 X3 to capture 360 videos for any of my adventure sport needs or biking needs. Back then I actually broke my lens once and I got it replaced. It took me 2 months to get it back. and in that time frame I was really missing an action camera to put on the front of my bike to capture me. So I just thought of buying a camera which is an action cam, as well as which can be used for more purposes, like putting it somewhere while playing badminton or football, or probably a stick that I can throw and get a really creative video, use it in these very creative ways that people use it in. And again, I watched a lot of videos back then, and I thought that this would be a camera which would enable me to get really creative shots. But I learned after buying it that I'm not that person who is going to make that effort to get that really creative angle and throw it and do this and that just for a 2-second shot. And I really love simpler shots more, which can be done with different composition of framing or angles and all that. So I didn't really need this, but I have it now, so I use it sometimes. Sony ZV-1 I bought for recording these kind of videos. I did not have the Pocket 3 back then. If I knew that I was going to buy the Pocket 3, I would not have bought this, because this is a really good quality video that I need for my YouTube videos. But this camera really gives videos a level above of that of Pocket 3 if you have controlled lighting like this. Although it's a little harder to use, I really wish that instead of this I bought some interchangeable lens camera, and also the battery life is really poor, but I just use it for these kind of studio videos, and I also have another purpose for it. I also tried some professional gigs with it, and the videos with it comes really well. Although I really wish that this had better low light performance. Again, that's a deal that you need to know what camera you are going to buy and how you are going to use it. At the end of the day, your camera is just a tool, so treat it like one. What matters is what you do with it. So if you're waiting to buy the right camera, don't. Just start with what you have. I know it's the cliche advice, but it's the right one. So if you want to get a camera, just get that one and start right away. Don't wait more. Just buy what's in your budget, or start with your phone and start learning the process. Peace.